Esmelis Tower. It's just as we heard. One of the 4 device towers activated on the release of the seal beneath Gransel Castle. A second barrier defending the areoli from all angles. The professor's research was spot on, it seems. Yo, sorry to keep you waiting. Hope we didn't tire you too much with the delay. Ah, Walter, Campanella, this is a surprise. I was sure it would be Lowe who met me here. What turning of the wind is this, I wonder? Lowe is accompanying the Professor for the moment, so as much as it may not be my place as a mere observer, I came in his stead. And I ain't got much to do at this point. Right now I'm just killing some time. How unusual for both of you. Though interesting, Lowe is accompanying the Professor. They are performing the last experiment then. Apparently. Our big fancy plan is heading into the big leagues, looks like. The archaisms and Jaegers are almost ready. And once we have the beta in hand, we'll all be quite busy, I suspect. The last experiment. They mean to go up against the legend, I take it. Even the Professor and Lowe are going to struggle with that, I would imagine. Heh, maybe. We're talking about hijacking a creature of legend after all. Ain't quite like throwing pictures around or shaking the earth. But hey, Campanella, this ain't like you. Ooh, what's this now? You're usually happily tagging along with the Professor. If you ain't doing that, especially when things are this interesting, that means something even better's come up. So spit it out already. Why, Walter, I'm hurt. Have you so little faith in me? I trust you as much as your number. What overflowing camaraderie, Walter. Such slings, such arrows, you two are so cruel. Well, in truth, I would love to sit back and watch the fireworks unfold, but as it turns out, I have a bit of work to do. I'm off to gain us permission to use the Ark. Shoot! Seriously? We're finally busting that monstrosity out? This mission gets better every day. The Crimson Ark, the Glorious. I find it hard to believe we would use such. Do we intend to turn this nation into nothing more than a smoking crater? That will be up to the Professor and Lowe. So I'm afraid I must depart as soon as we're done. I so look forward to hearing about our experiment when I get back. So, it sounds like these guys even need permission to do things. Who do they report to? This is... Yes, I thought it would be here. Behold, Lowe, a majestic thing, is it not? Are you really going to perform an experiment on something like this? I understand your apprehension. Without this data, however, we have no hope of completing the beta. We must know. Who? Whoa, it's a dragon. Oh, I see we woke you. Your first time in the waking world of mortals in 20 years, yes? This is the first time we've met. Allow me to introduce myself. You may call me George Wiseman. I am one of the Angui caretaker of Ouroboros. Begone. This power which hangs about thee like a mist, familiar it be somehow, but the eyes betray thy purpose. In those windows I see a soul twisted and bent, incapable of joy, unyoked from bringing suffering and agony to thy fellow man. Well, well, such compliments. But I'm afraid I must deny your request. I won't be going anywhere. After all, we've business regarding the treasure of Adios. What? Show him, Lo. That. Oh, does this stir up memories from 1200 years ago? It's merely a replica, but I dare say it's well made enough, wouldn't you? Surely thou dost not. Thou cannot mean the shining ring. Ah, but I do. Now then, our final test awaits. Chapter 5, That Which One Must Protect. Please form your party. Alrighty, so looks like we're keeping Shara. So let's go ahead and grab...
Your aid, please!
Together now!
Grab these two for now. Okay, it's time we finally got to Bose. You know, like we've been planning for 1,000,000 years now? It's the only place that hasn't seen an experiment too. That's true, but from the sounds of it, there isn't anything odd happening in Bose. I think we can take our time for once and help out here in Rolent a bit before heading out. Sounds good. Let's see if there's anything else to do and head for the landing port when we're done. Right, so we should have some new quests we can do. Yep, so we've got nostalgic recipe. Looking for a person willing to search for a certain traditional recipe. Ideally, this person will also gather the necessary ingredients once the recipe is located. Dear set secret, drink your liquor, do not be drunk by it. I await atop the clock tower, Anton. Oh, Anton, what are you getting up to now? And then mine commission. The commission letter for the Amalgam mine that I kept at my house has been stolen. I'd like to request an immediate investigation. I need to recover this document entrusted to me by the Queen at all costs. Please come to the second floor of my house, near the West Roland Gate. Let's go ahead and catch up with everybody then. Hey, Shara, I heard from Aina. You're heading out to Bose next, right? Yes, that's the plan. Sorry, Ridge. Feels like we're always shoving all of our work onto you. Nah, don't worry about it. I've always leaned on Cassius and Shara until now. I'll manage. It'll be a good opportunity for me to stand on my own. I like your style, Ridge. We'll be away for a while, but hold down the fort while we're gone. Yeah, leave it to me. I hope you guys have a nice trip to Bose. I know you guys have a hard mission ahead of you, Estelle. You leave the branch to me, just focus on your own stuff. I can handle the jobs that come by the branch on my own at least. I've already ordered you tickets for the next scheduled liner. Just let Alan at the landing port know and he should get you all squared away. At this point, the only region where there hasn't been an experiment is Bose. I'm worried that they're just going to keep getting tougher and tougher. Not anything you can't handle though. I know we can count on you. Keep up the good work, okay? I'm always rooting for you. Yep, pretty sure there's probably going to be an experiment there too. Hey everyone. Thanks to you guys, my father-in-law's awake. Father-in-law? Oh, you mean Radford, right? Just as Aina said, it seems everyone's awake. Yeah, Radford took a bit longer to wake up, but he seems just fine. He said we need to get to work, and he's still got enough energy to outpace me. Sounds like he's fine alright. Really? Seriously, I shouldn't worry about him, I guess. Anyway, guess I'd better learn from his example and put my back into it. The freight liners are coming in again now that the fog's gone, and so we're going through back orders on our lumber. Good luck with that. Try not to let your own father-in-law leave you in the dust, Fremont. I'll do my best. You guys be careful too. I need to take a lesson from Radford and really put my back into our work. The freightliners are coming in again now that the fog's gone, and so we're going through back orders on our lumber. Anyway, you guys be careful. Hey, Estelle and Sherazade. Lovely weather we're having, huh? Sounds like all the people who were asleep woke up. I'm guessing this is your doing, isn't it? Well, it's kind of weird, but I guess, yeah, technically it is. I knew you would all solve it for us. I'd love to hear all the details on exactly how you did it, but knowing you guys, I'm guessing you've got more work lined up that you need to go and get on with. So I'd better let you go. I look forward to hearing all the exciting details another day, though. It's like you can read our minds. We appreciate it. Well, if you'll pardon us. Yeah, and bring Joshua with you then. I've been praying to Adios that you can track him down. My, welcome everyone. I've heard all about the wonderful job you've been doing. Aw, no, it was nothing that big. Estelle, you've become such an impressive racer. The little girl I knew isn't here anymore. Now I'm all by my lonesome. Hey, Stella. Just kidding. Looks like you've still got a ways to go, Estelle. If you say so. Geez, Stella's crying act is no joke. You have to go off again, I suppose, but Estelle, be sure to take care of your health and stay well. I'm looking forward to the day you bring Joshua with you. So Shara, take good care of Estelle. Don't make her drink, alright? Don't worry. It's not my style to force alcohol on people. What? I must have misheard. Huh? Oh, what is it, everyone? Suddenly this old lady is worried. Shara, please, we're counting on you. Yeah, Sherazade is definitely a bad influence. Welcome to Nihon General's Goods. I've decided to stay here for a while. I plan on using this opportunity to study for when I start my own shop. Besides, the store owner Nihon has been very good to me. It's as comfortable as being home here. Hey Estelle, Sherazade. I heard you're heading out soon. Wow, news sure travels fast. Thanks to you, I've been able to resume ordering stock. If you need anything, you should buy it before you leave. Yeah, thanks Nihon. If you get any more rare sneakers in stock, hold on to them for me. Got it. Good luck, you two. We'll come back to shop during our downtime. Promise. Later, Nihon. Kitty's going to be staying around here for a while. She said she's using this experience to help train her for when she sets up her own shop. And it's hard to describe. I'm kind of happy and I'm kind of scared too. I admit that having her around the store has been a huge help though. Oh, is love beginning to blossom? Still no new Labelle news. Kitty's going to be working at our store for a while. Personally, I'm overjoyed. I can tell that Nihon is fond of Kitty. All that's left is to watch and wait. The bait's in the water, so we'll see if he takes the hook. I feel like things will go better if I just let them flow naturally. Well, that reminds me, fishing spots. Okay. So I've done 3 of them. Milch Main Road, Elise Highway, Bright Family House. There's 6 altogether, so there's at least 1 that I'm missing. Elise Highway, Milch Main Road. There's one in Mistwald. I'm pretty sure there's one in the sewers. I don't think there's one on the Malga Trail. I'm gonna have to keep an eye out as I go around. Hey you two, great work out there. I know a lot happened, but I'm just glad the fog's cleared. How about hanging around for a while before you head to your next job? Ah yeah, that's the idea. Yes. So how about you share a drink with me? I'm afraid I'll have to leave that pleasure to Herbert or Faulkner. I've still got work. Lots and lots of work. Anyway, you should relax before you head out again. After all, it's your first time back in Rolent for a while. Hey you guys, good work on everything. You aren't already off onto your next job, are you? Well, you could say that, but first we plan to do a bit of work around here. Yes, we need to take care of this branch at least a little, or I think Aina will get out of sorts, and that is something I do not wish to face. Must be hard work all the time. Well, once things are settled a bit, come on back here. Oh yeah, and bring that Joshua with you. You got that? Sure, will do. Joshua has a whole town of people who care about him. I told her she can go outside, but now Uni refuses to leave my side. Guess Uni really does understand how I feel. Nah, there's nothing in my eye. Today I get to spend all day with Papa. I'm happy. I love my Papa. Oh, everyone. My father woke up and is perfectly healthy. Really, thank you. Whatever you did, I don't know how I can truly thank you, but... no, you don't need to. How is Radford doing anyway? You said he's well? Very much so, yes. He's still a little lightheaded, but I think that will pass soon. Good. It sounds like he's fine then. Yes, I suspect he'll be fine. If there's any change, let Father Divine know. He should be able to help at this point. Yes, I will. I'm keeping a very close eye on Father's health. Anyway, please be careful on your way. We will. We'll be seeing you, Eurydice. Eurydice? My husband's supposed to start work again at the mine today, but apparently he lost something very important and hasn't headed out yet. I hope the other miners can manage things for a while. Knowing a few of them, though, it's a bit of a question. Daddy looks worried. I wonder what happened. Darn it all. It just had to go missing right as we were ready to get back to work. Looks like you have a problem, Chief. Ah, you all. You saw the board, didn't you? Yeah, we did. You say something was stolen, Gaetan? Yeah, I'm worried about what's happened. I'd like you to get on this right away. Is this a good time? Sure, lay it on us, Chief. Excellent. Well then, before I get into the meat of it... Hey, Anya? What is it, Papa? Papa's got some very important things to talk about with Miss Estelle and her friends. How about you go have Mama read you a book? Okay. Mama, can you read for me? Needed a moment to get ready too, huh? Well, there goes the blood sugar again. I'll go diabetic at this rate. Right, let's start over. So let me start from the very beginning. I know the posting wasn't too clear. Yeah, if you could. It will help to know everything in the case of a missing object. So, what's gone missing is the royal letter of commission for the Malga mine. Letters of commission come from the desk of the Queen herself. They authorise and record the authorising of a mine chief for a given excavation site. The Malga mine's actually the technical property of the Crown, you see. We can legally mine there only because we have the commission from Her Majesty. Oh, okay. I never actually knew the mine, I guess the whole mountain, was the Queen's property. While the Burl is in practice a democracy, remember that it is still a constitutional monarchy. It follows that at least a portion of the kingdom's resources would remain property of the Crown, and thus the government. Either way, I think I follow the problem. Even if it is a formality on some level, the Malga mine is Queen Alicia's property. As such, if you mine there without a commission, it's still technically theft. That's it, exactly. Do you understand why that letter is so important now, to the whole town? Yeah, no kidding, it's important. So with that out of the way, what exactly happened? When did you notice the letter was missing? Where is it supposed to be? It was just this morning. I noticed the little strongbox I keep the commission in was open. When I looked inside, no letter, anywhere. So there hasn't been much time since you discovered the letter was missing. I'll be honest, Gaetan, I'm a little unsure this is even a crime at this point. Huh, I must say the same. This sounds to me more like an innocent child's prank than a deathly crime. I wish I could say it was, it'd make things easier. This time though, it ain't that. Why are you so sure? Wait, that look on your face. You have a reason beyond the letter itself to think this was a crime, don't you? Good intuition, as a matter of fact. Well, take a look. Oh, not Blue Blanc. Oh, my beauteous princess and her band of heroes, the words of the queen lie in my hand. Should you desire their return, then sift ye through the chaos to find the truth. The first key lies within the city, search they who sit beside the goddess. So that card was inside the box instead. This has to be a theft. No kid wrote that. Adios, just kill me. Oh no. Oh-ho. But what in the... Why do you all look like you've seen a naughty dog? You could say we kind of have. Blue Blanc, you opera fetish maniac. Do you ever know when to give up? Who the heck is Blue Blanc? Is he the one who stole my letter? I can't be absolutely certain, but I think it's very likely. We can guess about it later. Right now we need to track down this letter. Yes, that seems wise. Let's try finding the place on the card first. We must seek out those who sit beside the goddess. The Phantom Thief has something of a fixation with Adios. I'm guessing it's some kind of illusion. The only place that remotely comes to mind would be the town church. Maybe we should start there? Sounds like a good place to start to me. Anyway, Estelle, good luck and be careful. Yeah, we'll do our best. We'll get to the bottom of this, Gaten. Please, the town needs that letter back, not just me. Oh, Blue Blanc, why must you always interfere with our lives? Oh, Estelle, Shara, hi. Are you leaving Rolent? Yes, we'll be packing the wagons shortly here. I'm sorry, Claire, we've got work to do elsewhere. You two are going together? That means there's a case. Is it a plot of the Empire's Warhawks using the treaty as cover, or the remnants of the intelligence division? No, maybe it's the Capua Sky Bandits. That'd surprise everyone. Aw, I can't see where this is going. I'm not entirely sure what to think about her being that close to the actual mark. I think a certain Mr. Burns should fear for his job when she gets older. Absolutely, she is way too smart for her own good. Or maybe she is. Oh, everyone, hello. Luke woke up at long last. He's fit as a fiddle again. In fact, he ran outside almost as soon as he woke up. Really, not realising how sick with worry his grandmother was for him. Ah well, it's hardly the time for complaints. I thank Adios he woke up at all. Simply having him healthy is more than enough. Was this table always here? I think I'm losing my mind. It's such a relief that Luke woke up and was just fine. The fog's cleared too. Perhaps I should get Rhett out of the house for once. It might not be bad to go on a date like the old days. Dates are important. Pat went out to play with Luke. I'm just glad Luke woke up at all. Though, for him to awaken right as the fog clears. These have been some strange few days, that much is for sure. I had a dream of my youth for the first time in a while yesterday. I was together with some old acquaintances for some reason and we were cupping up a storm. It was a very odd dream. When I woke up though, all I could think about was that dish we made. So I came here to the bar to get them to make it for me. After all, it's an old recipe. I'm sure it'll be hard on the chef. The owner's wife finally opened her eyes. Plus that bloomin' fog cleared up, so everything's back to normal. Feels like I'll be able to get to work with a very clean feeling now. Ah, Estelle. Mum's opened her eyes, thank you so much. I'm so glad. Eliza. Yeah, I'm relieved too. You too, Shara. Thank you very much. You're welcome. I'm happy to have been of help. I hope you'll continue to take care of Tabitha. Yes, I'll do my best. You and Aina should stop by again for a drink one of these days. I'm looking forward to it. Give my best to Faulkner. Whoa. Death sentence. Who's the one with the recipe then? Is it this guy? Here we go. Hey there. Finally, my Tabitha's woken up. Sorry for kicking up such a fuss. Oh no, please, don't let it bother you. It's all part of the job, really. Yes, it's as Estelle said. Incidentally, apparently you have some kind of job for us? Oh, I see, so you're here in business then. Well, what I'd like to ask you to do is to investigate a certain recipe and find its ingredients. How about it? Got the time? Yeah, no prob. So what recipe am I investigating? Right, so what I'd like you to find is the recipe for a certain stew. We'll call it Rolent-style hodgepodge stew for now. Rolent-style hodgepodge stew? To be honest, that sounds about as appetizing as that potluck we found in a chest once. Yes, it sounds like it'd be hard to keep down. Now, it's just a temporary name. Anyway, I want you to investigate that recipe. If you ask around town, I'm sure you'll find something. Apparently every home used to make it back in the old days. We should probably ask some old folks who know about cooking then. Doesn't seem like younger people know about what old families cooked. Oh, a reasonable conclusion. Well, that's fine for a direction to begin our investigation, but we still don't have enough information about the recipe itself. Yeah, you might be right. It'd be nice to know what goes in it at least. Yeah, that's a good point, but sorry, but you'll need to ask Radford about the recipe. Huh? I thought this was your request, but you want us to ask Radford? Well, here's the thing, he's the one who brought it up in the first place. Apparently he ate this nostalgic meal in his dreams. He's been begging me to make it for him ever since. I see. So that's how this request came about. But a guild job just for a stew? I mean, was it really that good? It might not necessarily be because of the flavour. Perhaps it's a memory of some kind. The old man's not saying much either way, but I'm sure that's the case. Anyway, that's the story, so I'd really like to serve it to him if I could. Ah, what a moving tale. To make reality a sweet dream of memories past, I shall be glad to assist. Yeah, Radford's finally awake. Let's feed him to celebrate his recovery. So then we'll start by asking Radford about the recipe. Is there anything else we need to know before we go? Well, after you sort out finding the recipe, would you mind also picking up the ingredients needed? It might use some kind of rare ingredients after all. No problem. If ingredients are what you want, then ingredients you shall have. Good to hear. Can't believe how fired up I'm getting over this. I can't wait to see what kind of recipe it is. Well, don't you worry. We'll leave no stone unturned in the search. Yep, what she said, except some good news to come your way soon. Thanks. Isn't the meal ready yet? It's an old recipe, so I'm sure the chef is having trouble. Radford, can we have a moment? Oh, who's this but Cassius's girl? You need something from me? Yes, would like to ask you about the recipe you ordered from Denzel. Oh, that dish. Do you mean the stew I dreamed of? Yes, that recipe. Actually, we've got a request from Denzel. They explained that they had been hired by Denzel to investigate the recipe. Oh, so then you'll be looking for the stew. Ho ho, I can taste your success already. I'm counting on you. Thanks. But we need your help before we start, sir. We'd like to hear the details about that recipe. Not just what went into it or the flavouring, but where you had it. Anything. I see. Well then. First, as I'm sure you know, the recipe was for a stew. I seem to remember the base flavour was black pepper? It was a spicy, invigorating stew. Right, strong black pepper, got it. Go on please. The main ingredient was meat, I think, though you could probably also use white fish. But I like meat, so we'll say meat for now. A big chunk of meat, bone and all, so tender that it just falls off. Also, I know some herbs were used, but I can't remember what kind. I remember the smell, but I can't remember what it was the smell of. It's so frustrating. So the main ingredient was meat or fish, but you want meat, bone and all. Okay, check. And lastly, there were herbs used, but you don't know the exact types. Is that it? Well, that's fairly specific. Yes, this should be sufficient information for us to begin our recipe hunt. I hope that helped a bit. It's plenty. Thanks very much. Well then, happy hunting. I'm really looking forward to hearing you found the recipe. Estelle and Shara. Hello, Tabitha. Thank adios, I'm glad to see you're awake. How are you feeling? I'm still a little lightheaded, to be honest. I'm sure it's because of the odd dream I had. Ah, so you had one too? Yes, it was such a nostalgic dream. I was about your age, out on a picnic with everyone. My old Sunday school friends, Hannah and Lena. Huh? Lena? My mother was there? Well, not just Lena, mind. You and Joshua were there too. Right next to your, same-age mother to boot. Say what? Well, that is quite the dream. Yes, odd, isn't it? The picnic was very fun, and I think it was quite a happy dream, but it was so terribly happy it actually filled me with a sense of unease. It was a dream with an unpleasant aftertaste, like the whole thing was just made up. I see. It was nice to see Lena as she was, though, especially after so long. Perhaps she borrowed the world of dreams to see you. I'm sure she could hardly stand to just watch beside the goddess. Maybe. Can't really say I know for sure, but I guess I can think that now. To be honest, I'm not sure I ended up how she would have wanted. Don't worry, you're fine, trust me. So, hold your head high as you tend to your work. You're a good professional bracer no matter how you look at it. Yeah, thank you. Right, so we need to find some old people. Oops. Was not meant to go that way. So I think Rinon's mum. Yeah, let's try her. Hello there. Could we have a moment of your time? What is it? Is something wrong? No, nothing like that. I just have a quick question. Estelle told Bloom that she was looking for a certain stew recipe on Radford's behalf. Yes, I know that one. It used to be very popular around here. Really? That's a relief. Could you tell us anything about it? Oh, I could tell you plenty. It was your standard dish in every household back in my day. Yeah, Denzel said something like that too. This has to be the one. We've been looking for the recipe to that particular dish, ma'am. Would you happen to know the ingredients? Well, yes and no. The recipe I know is probably a little different than what you're looking for. I don't mind telling you my version, I just want to make sure you're aware of that before you pass it on. Different? Different how? I thought it'd be the same recipe. Whatever do you mean? My recipe is one that's been passed down in my family for generations. As with any family recipe, it's been tweaked here and there over the years. The flavour's likely not what it used to be. Though as I said before, I'd be happy to give you my version of the recipe, if that's fine by you. What do you think? It's been updated a bit, but maybe that's okay? I'd like to find the original if we can. The original version would be ideal, yes, but we can't afford to be picky. A slight different version beats handing the client nothing at all. I agree, and it would hardly do to turn her down after she so kindly offered. Yes, I see what you guys mean. You'd like it then? Wonderful. Wait right here, I'll go grab my recipe book. Thank you. She sure is taking her sweet time. Now, don't be so impatient. She might be quite spry for her age, but she is many, many years our elder. We should practice tolerance and wait. Oh goodness, that's right. Well, no wonder I can't find it. I'm sorry, children, I kept you waiting much longer than I'd meant to. I'd simply be fuming were I in your shoes. No way, you didn't take that long. So, did you find your recipe book? About that. I hadn't thought about it until I'd started looking, but I actually gave it away a while back. What? Oh my. It completely slipped my mind, I'm so sorry. He'd said he'd made a hobby of keeping older books and asked if he could add it to his collection. I hadn't cracked it open in years, so I thought nothing of handing it over to him. If only I weren't always so generous. Trust me, I feel like sighing too. We'll never be able to find out who got it either. Man, what a pain. No point in cursing our luck, what's done is done. Our time would be better spent figuring out what else we can do. Exactly. Maybe we really could ask around and see if anyone knows the man who took the book. Yeah, only one thing to do, so might as well suck it up and get to it. You said you like collecting older books, right? If you have any idea who that might be, we should try them first. I'm afraid that's about all I can remember. I wish I could help more, really. Hey, no worries. You gave us a pretty big clue. Can't be too many guys out there who collect old books for fun. Yes, thank you for your help. We'll come to you again if we need to, but in case we don't, you have yourself a wonderful day, ma'am. Well, there's only one guy who has a massive library. It's either the mayor or... I think the mayor has a library anyway. Oh, this guy over here. Ah, Estelle, what is it? Nothing too important, really. Just kind of admiring your massive collection of books. Indeedy, I'm quite proud of my collection. Collecting old books is my calling, and this is my cathedral, more or less. Old books as a calling? I wonder. Maybe it's worth asking. A bit of wild grasping at straws never hurt anyone. You've lost me, I'm afraid. Estelle explained that she was looking for Bloom's recipe book as part of a guild request. So that's the story. It's the wildest of guesses, but I don't suppose you have that book? Miss Bloom's recipe book, right? Oh yeah, I asked her to give that to me a while back. Wait, seriously? Sure, she said it had a lot of traditional local recipes, so I wanted to make sure I preserved it. I asked her for it and she entrusted it to my care. Okay, cool. That does sound like our objective. Grope for straws and eventually you come up big. Let's have a look at the infinite wisdom of the ancients then. Do you mind, Rep? I don't mind at all. The hitch would be, I'm not entirely sure where it is, come to think. It's definitely in my archive, I know that much. I think it would be faster if you just search yourselves. Oh yeah, sure. I mean, we're the ones asking the favour really, so we can handle that at least. Bloom's recipe book is on the shelf. Okay, pepper and herb pachero with bone and meat. Wine, salt, dragon beans, fresh herb, black pepper, maple sugar, aged miso. After giving the bone and meat a salt rub, shred and add herbs, prepare as you would a typical puchero. Add a touch of fish coulis as a finishing touch if available. Keep an eye on the thickness when heating. Okay, got the recipe written down. To be totally honest, I'm not sure it makes any sense, but we can leave figuring it out to the professionals. We have the ingredients list at least, so let's go and report. But they also want the ingredients. Let's go ahead and find that. Do we have the juicy bones? Because I think that's a monster ingredient. Oh no, we don't have enough. Joke. We have plenty. Okay, let's see, what else do we need? So we need the aged miso. Okay, we've got a couple of those. Vintage wine. Just buy that. Maple sugar. Okay, we've got plenty of those. Kibbled salt. Buy those. Fresh herbs. Plenty of those. Dragon beans. Oh, you can get dragon beans here. I thought it was like a rare ingredient or something. Black pepper. And that should be everything we need. Let's go make that old man's dreams come true. Hey Estelle, how's the investigation going? Right, well, we found a recipe. Whoa, you already found it? Man, you guys are fast. Braces are incredible. Might want to hold that praise. Oh, why is that? Well, you see, they explained that the recipe they found was an altered version of the original. I see, so that's it. Still, can't be too greedy. I'll call it a job finished with that recipe. Sorry, Denzel. It'd have been best if we'd found the original, but the basic parts probably won't be that different. I'll smooth over the rest with my instinct and experience. Pretty confident. And now that is a chef. Well anyway, let me go over the results of our investigation. Estelle read off the details of Bloom's recipe. I see. It's more or less what I'd expected, but it does use some surprising ingredients. Alright, now I can really get to cooking this. So then we're all done here? Yeah, pretty much, is what I'd like to say, but I also asked for the ingredients. True, that was part of the job. Shall we go and collect them then? Just a sec. Yeah, we've got everything. Phew, good work. Now we're set. Whether I can make a meal that'll satisfy the old man or not, the rest is up to my skill. Alright, bang a gong, we are on. I see. So you couldn't find the original recipe. Yeah, I'm really sorry. We asked a lot of people, but in the end we never found anyone who knew it. We're terribly sorry, sir. No, ultimately it was my selfish request anyway. You don't need to be so worried. Well, I'll admit, it's a bit sad to know I'll never taste that flavour again, though. But Radford, it might be a bit early to give up. Oh? I'm sure the meal I made will be close to that flavour. The recipe you guys brought still has a nostalgic flavour. Yes, and while you are all talking, it's getting cold. Yeah, it looks pretty good. You should eat it while it's hot. Really, I'd like to think of us watching on the sidelines. I've been sitting here dealing with such a lovely smell for a while now. Such a delectable bouquet. Quite the scent to lure out an appetite. Now, if only there was a fitting wine, that would be the crowning touch. I'm dying for a taste of this. We got to talking a bit too much. Well then, let me have at it. Ooh. This is a bit nerve-wracking. I know this flavour. What is it? This is it. This is the stew I ate in my dreams. Woohoo! Oh my. My. Really? Yes, really. It's not even slightly different from the nostalgic flavour I remember. What I wanted to eat, what I dreamed of eating was exactly this. That's incredible, Denzel. You perfectly replicated a recipe from a dream. I mean, I was pretty confident in it, but that's a bit too generous. No, don't be humble. The meal is perfect. This is what I wanted in every way. It brings me back to those lost days of my youth. The girl I admired was ever so good at this recipe. I shed many manly tears the day she wed. Well, this is getting a bit soppy. Never heard of that. Sounds like you were quite the passionate one in your youth, old guy. That's the beauty of youth. The beauty of youth indeed. Everything has changed since then. Even that angel of a girl is now a dried apricot. Who are you calling a dried apricot, you old fart? That voice is... Bloom. Miss Bloom? Really, to badmouth a lady in front of such a crowd? You're as twisted an old man as ever, you. No, it was just a play on words. What is it, ma'am? We don't see you here much. Yeah, it's been a while. These people came by my home to ask about the recipe a bit ago and, well, I was curious, so I came by to see. Huh? So this recipe's... Yes, it's a cooking style passed down in my family. This stew was my best recipe when I was a girl. I made it often for Radford here. So that means the girl this old man admired was... Time is a cruel master indeed. What did you say? Nothing. Well, one way or the other, I'm just happy to see people eating this old recipe again. Here, since I've come down all this way, let me make it for the first time in a while. You all should enjoy the flavour of tradition yourselves. Hooray! Don't mind if I do. Yeah, please. I'd love the chance to observe some of the tricks to this recipe firsthand. Well then, let me borrow the kitchen. Pepper pottage. So, what does pepper pottage do? Heals 4,000, cures KO. That's pretty good. not bad at all. Thank you for everything today. I'm sorry to take up your time. Thanks to you, I had a chance to recall a nostalgic flavour. Bloom's still got the stuff. Yes, sirree. Her cooking skills have only gotten better with age. It seems the years weren't wasted. Thanks to Bloom, I think I've figured out the trick to that recipe. It's a pretty difficult dish, but I'd like to master it and put it on the menu. I owe you a lot today. Well, take care. Alrighty. So that's pretty much half of the things that we probably wanted to try and get done in Rolent. So I'm going to go ahead and end our episode there for today, everyone. But thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell notification icon just so you know when the next episode is coming out. And feel free to leave a comment as well if there's anything you want to say about the video. And I'll see you all on the next one. Bye bye for now.